everyone, how are you? I thought I would have some fun on this rainy day, and my new Instant Pot arrived, so I thought I would try to unbox it for you because I know a lot of people invest in an Instant Pot and then they leave it in the box. So this is my second Instant Pot. The reason is you'll see, well, maybe you won't see my first one behind me because we had a little bit of an accident. So most things with an Instant Pot are, you know, if you screw up a recipe, it's not a big deal. If you make some mistakes, it's really not a big deal. But apparently this one is a Instant Pot killer. And what happens, and I'll show you when I unbox this one, what not to do. But my son was using it and he was making supper, and he's taken an Instant Pot safety course, so it's nothing like that. But he started to pour some ingredients in the Instant Pot without the pot in. And one of those ingredients was oil. And so when you put oil in an Instant Pot, it won't evaporate. And so it becomes a fire and safety hazard. So this is my second Instant Pot. So I thought it'd be fun because so many people invest in an Instant Pot and then this is where it stays. Now it's a little bit dark in here because it's very rainy today, so I hope you can see this. I was trying to figure out how to get the whole box because this looks huge. And I mean, it's big. It's not that big on the camera. So if you have any questions, this is a Facebook Live and sometimes it doesn't show the questions. So just leave them below and I'll answer them when I can. So first up, I want to show you the box it came in from Amazon in case you buy this as a gift, okay? The first one I got was a gift. It took me a year to get it because I thought it was just a glorified slow cooker. And so my husband surprised me and he was a little disappointed, so this is why I'm showing you this. This is the box it came in. Notice what it says on the outside? Yeah. So if you order it from Amazon and it comes in a cardboard box, you might want to ship it to a friend because it says Instant Pot on the box. So when it arrived, I was like, oh my goodness, because I really wanted one. Okay, so this is your Instant Pot. And I haven't done anything, so I hope the plastic's not loud. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is take it out of the box. Watch me not be able to do this. Okay. And so on the top, you're going to see, can you see that? It has all the parts and what's inside. And we'll see if they updated anything. There's your handle, and the box. And so the first thing you get on top is a plastic. This is really cool. I'm going to dig out my trusty scissors here. You get a quick release, kind of like a guide. Okay, it's kind of bent. And what is this? Oh, a user manual. I think I skipped that last time. Don't do that. So it tells you how to use it. And this is kind of cool. This did not come in my last one. So if you're opening one now, you get recipes. So I've had several people tell me, you know, they don't know what to cook in their Instant Pot. This comes with a paper recipe book. Super cool. Plus I have lots of recipes and things that I'll share with you later. Okay. Let's see here. Give me a second. There. This might be a little easier. Ignore that. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get rid of all the plastic. So I'm going to put it in the box that you guys saw earlier. Styrofoam. Oh, this one's different. It has a different lid. I'll show you the old one in a minute. Alright. Let's see. Get rid of the box. Layer. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of all of this plastic. By the way, this is not sponsored by Instant Pot. My husband bought this for me. What they did is I contacted them about the old Instant Pot, which I highly recommend if you do. By the way, this is the pressure valve, and you can just pull it right off, and you won't break it. What you're trying to do is get the little paper thing out. Okay, it kind of feels like you're breaking it. It's like, I don't know if I should do that, but yeah, you should. It's sealing and venting. So when you use this as a slow cooker, you want it on the venting side. And when you use it as a pressure cooker, you want it on the ceiling. And this is set up a little different. I'm gonna have to play with those settings. Anyway, what I did is when my son poured oil in it, it was recommended. I asked on here actually, what should I do? Because if it's water, you can leave it for 48 hours and then just plug it in and try it out. If it's oil, it won't evaporate. And so everywhere I read was like, oh, it's toast, it's toast. I was like, no, I was really upset. And so I contacted the company. Now I'm in Canada, and so they were like, sent me a coupon code to buy the whole bottom piece to replace it. But this was on sale on on Amazon, and even with the coupon, this was like, I don't know, $10 more. So my husband's like, well, I'll just buy a whole new one, and so it came. I'm really excited. Okay, so this is the cover. This is what the new one looks like. It has a handle. That's really cool. You want to make sure you take off all these plastic pieces. The next thing you want to do when you unbox your Instant Pot is check this sealing ring. So you want to look for cracks. It should be fine, but you always want to double check it. In fact, when you use it, you should make it a habit of checking the sealing ring. You can buy replacements. I did, because what happens is after a while, all of a sudden, your Instant Pot will smell. And so what happens is the plastic absorbs the scents of whatever you're cooking. So some people like to have one for savory things and spicy things, and they just swap these out. These are a little tricky, like they're not meant to be super easy to pull out. So it does take a bit of effort to get it out, but it's really not that difficult. So as you look around, I'm gonna pull this up so you can kind of see. You're checking this plasticky ring here for cracks and any wear and tear that might be in there. So the Instant Pot I got came with like a kit, and I love these things that come with it. It's super cool. Sorry. So you get and a ladle. I make a lot of soups. And this little measuring cup is just so cute. Isn't that cute? I know, I get excited about weird things. So make sure you get rid of all your plastic in a safe place away from animals and kids. Your warning labels, make sure you remove them. Send a reminder to do that. This is what they call the steaming ring, and this is interesting. I'm going to show you my old one, and I'm going to show you why I like my old one better, and I'll probably be using that, so remind me. Alright, this pot comes right out. You want to take this out because there's paper under there, okay? So make sure you take that off. Alright, so this is the bottom. See this thing here? That's where the oil went. So my son poured ingredients in here, and you need the pot in there. So the first thing you really want to drill into your kids before they start is to make sure the pot is in the Instant Pot. But it's an honest mistake, and you know, those things happen. So as long as it's not oil, you should be okay. If it's dried ingredients, you just want to shake it really good and get them out from underneath. It also has a thing on the bottom. You can unscrew to make sure nothing got stuck there. Make sure it's unplugged, of course, before you do any of those things. Any of those things. I don't know what that is. So, yeah. So you want to make sure the paper is out of there, and you want to make sure that, you know, all your labels and such are removed. So the first thing you're going to do, see, they come right off. I'm going to stick that somewhere, or I'll find it stuck to my dog later. Oh, yeah. Does this one have one? Yeah. So on front of your buttons, you want to make sure to pull that right off. Okay? So the setup is a little bit different from my old one. Oh yeah. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is what they call a steam test. Okay. So you're going to pour about 2 cups of water in the pot, and you're going to set it for 2 minutes manually, and you're going to put the cover on. The cover just locks in place. It's not plugged in, so it's not going to make the sound, but it'll make a musical noise when it'll play a tune when you have it set in, And then you want to set it and you want it to go for 2 minutes, and then you're good to go. You're good to use it. Now, I want to talk about a few safety things, especially if you're getting your kids involved in cooking in the kitchen, which I highly recommend you do. Instant Pot is very safe for kids if you follow the rules, just like anything else. So the first few times, especially depending on their age, of course, you want to help them use this. So help them identify where the hot spots are, where they shouldn't be touching, staying away from the ceiling. They should never manually release unless they're older. It's for adults because the steam coming out is hot and it's loud, which is fun because I got my husband to do it and then he jumped. So yeah. One thing I want to talk about is manually releasing. Some things that you definitely don't want to manually release are things that are thicker, like porridge or rice, things like that, because what can happen is hot spots can occur. So what you want to do is give it a really good shake after the manual release, or after the natural release. So a natural release is just when the timer goes off, you just stay away from it, just let it go. And when all the pressure is out, you'll be able to open this. If there's still pressure inside, you can't. It'll just lock. And I've tried it because I wanted to make sure. I mean, you would have to like pry it and get some tools, which you never want to do. So that's a few things. Another thing that I want to point out are these things inside. Can you see see these? They're like measurements. There is a max fill line. This actually says max beside it. That's not a suggestion. Really don't fill it past that. Then it becomes unsafe, okay? So make sure that you don't fill it past that. You follow the regulations and your Instant Pot is safe for you and your kids to use. Now, I have a ton of resources because I love my Instant Pot meal plans for spring, fall, winter, and summer. I also have recipes that I've made, and I will include the links in the description of this video. But before I go, I told you I would share with you one thing from my old, this is a steaming rack, and this is the new one. I probably won't be using it for everything, and I'm going to share with you why. Just one minute. This is the old one. The difference are these handles. Now, you can buy on Amazon a steaming rack with handles. I love the handles. It just makes things so much easier. You're trying to, to pull things up. I use it for roast beef and whole chicken and potatoes, that type of thing. You just pull it out of the liquid and, you dump it on whatever you're doing and you're good to go. This has no handles. So I'm really glad I have this one. I have a list of Instant Pot accessories that I love and use, but I never bought the one with handles because my old one came with it. So I'm going to be using this one because it has handles. So I'm going to be keeping both. And I wanted to show you, this is what happens to the ring after you use it for a while. So it gets really gross looking and it smells. So I keep extras that I just picked up on Amazon, super cheap. You can probably find them in your local store, but they're totally worth having. So when it gets cracked, you're going to be looking for like cracks, and this one's actually in great shape. It just looks bad and smells. So you want to use it for certain things. All right, so that's how you get started with your Instant Pot. It's really not scary, I promise. Just get it out of the box, and I will put some links in the description of this video that will help you out. It'll walk you through step-by-step process. It'll be fun, and you'll be saving time and money in no time. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have a great day.